Meus amigos, estamos aqui no estúdio atrás do Palco Mundo com uma das maiores lendas da música pesada, Mr. Kerry King himself, que acabou de descer do palco e pediu para ficar em pé porque ele está impossibilitado de sentar por causa do figurino dele. E, obviamente, a gente acompanhou o cara, né? So, Kerry, playing to 85,000 people. I mean, Slayer plays a lot of big festivals, but is the adrenaline rush still the same for you after all these years?
Adrenaline, it's what gets you through these, because when you come over to South America, it's not like your normal tour where you can drive buses everywhere. You know, you got to fly everywhere, and as glamorous as it sounds, it wears you out, you know. But getting up on stage and just seeing, you know, tens of thousands of screaming, happy people in any country is pretty awesome.
In which part of your tour are you guys? Like in the middle, or?
We're probably, I mean, after this, we're here for like 10 more days. Got 2.5 weeks to learn different things for the States, and we go out in the States for like 5 weeks, and then we're done. Gotta do a record sometime.
Yeah, that's my question. Are you thinking of a new record then?
I've been thinking all year, man. I've been trying to get in the studio for months, but we had like little 5-week windows where we also had to get ready for the next tour, and it just didn't work out. I'm hoping to record December or January, but until we're in, you never know.
Yeah.
It must be hard for you guys to continue without Jeff after his passing, and it's very beautiful of you guys to make all those tributes during the concert. Do you still miss him every time you go up on stage?
Absolutely. I mean, we played together for almost 30 years, you know, but it couldn't have worked out if there's a good way for it to work out. It worked out okay because Gary was already in the fold, you know, and it's funny, in the tribute, I saw the tribute the other day, there's pictures with Gary and Jeff when they were like 20, and there's pictures of Gary and Jeff like 4 years ago, you know, so it's obvious they were friends and brothers, and you know, I can't think of anybody better to be on stage than Gary Holt if Jeff can't do it. Maybe Andreas.
And
he's awesome too.
Andreas, you let him know that, and he'll come run.
I told him before. I told him.
Well, you guys have been playing with Exodus since the 80s. It must have helped by playing with Gary right now.
Well, it's really cool because we came from the same place at the same time. We're the same age. We like the same stuff. You know, it's not like me taking on a guy that may be my age, but maybe I met him 5 years ago. I've known Gary since 1983, I think.
And Gary wrote a lot of songs for Exodus. Do you think he's going to help now with the Slayer new album?
I don't know. I don't know if Slayer fans are ready for that. And I've got a ton of songs of my own, and there's a couple, you know, things floating around that Jeff worked on. So we've got enough stuff. I think if anything, and it's not chipped in stone yet, but I've mentioned it to Gary, I'd like him to play some leads, you know, so he can get his feet wet on a Slayer record. Then for the next one, people will be ready for him to contribute, you know, some Slayer material.
So we might hear some of Jeff's latest compositions in this new album?
I personally would like to do it on the deluxe edition because it needs work, you know. And if I'm going to put anything out that is essentially going to be Jeff's last piece given to, you know, the fans, I want it to be better than it sits right now. You know, it never really got finished.
And Slayer's aged gracefully. You guys are still releasing great albums. And what do you think keeps you guys going?
We started playing music we liked, and we didn't have to, you know, we never tried to make up something that was popular, because a lot of people, and I can mention a number of bands that make up records that you know they don't like, and they're just trying to get popular, you know, and then it just doesn't work. And we started doing what we liked, and to this day, we're still making up riffs. I get goosebumps, you know. I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And I got something like that for the new record, too.
And how does it feel to be playing with Paul again on the drums?
It's cool, man. I always liked Paul. He never left on bad terms, you know. He just wanted to go do other things, and that's cool. And now he's back, and, you know, he's enjoying the hell out of it. He loves it. And it's cool, you know, it's just a different thing from him and Dave. Dave is a great drummer, and I think Dave made some bad choices, you know, and now we're here with Paul, who is, you know, Slayer fans like him too.
Do you think you and Dave might be friends sometime in the future?
I'm not mad at Dave. I got nothing bad to say about Dave.
That's great.
One question, sorry,
Carry
Rodrigo.
on.
Any chance someday we'll be able to see in Brazil the real Rain of Blood that you guys had in Still Raining?
If we,
I know
did that
it ruined
again,
the stage and all.
if
but
we did that again, we'd have to do it better because we didn't think that through. You know, we should have had a white backdrop so you could actually see it. You know, except for the cameras being on us and us getting a little bloody, you wouldn't even know there was blood coming down on the stage. It was a cool idea. I wish we could take pyro everywhere because pyro is just at our level. It's too expensive, you know. And getting all the stuff here, like all the stuff we had on Mayhem. Summer 2012, if you saw that online, crazy, scary pyro. It was awesome. I loved it.
I saw the inverted crosses.
You just can't take it everywhere.
You can't take it. There was like 16 cabinets.
Freight just kills you.
Can I, as I said, we have a huge audience. Can I ask you what thrash metal means?
To me, I think thrash metal made it cool for metalheads and hardcore punk kids to go to the same show and get along and like the same music. I think thrash, especially Slayer, especially DRI as well, you know, definitely made the two okay to hang out, and you weren't going to have, you know, long hairs versus skinheads and stuff like that. Like in the early days it was. Just being able to come, you know, to the same kind of show and essentially like the same music for a change.
That's great. Kerry, thank you so much for being here with us.